So, something that I've talked about with few people the past few days about retreats is that, now little by little we again have the opportunity to do live retreats. And of course, I think there are a number of people in the Sangha who have never done live retreats, Pemako live retreats, but it's becoming possible again. We have spring retreat next month in UK. There are no travel restrictions in UK anymore at all. There's also in same place in July there is summer retreat for 7 days, and so on. Maybe like 1 or 2 events later in the year. And what I've been talking about is the difference in feel, difference in power compared, internet retreats, Zoom retreats and live retreats. So I just wanted to say that live retreats are still, I much more recommend, if you can make it in person, that's definitely what I'd recommend any day over Zoom retreats, if it is possible. Because, not only that, the blessings, tantric practices, all of that, the whole energetic side is much stronger in person. There is the whole social aspect, the whole Sangha aspect, communal aspect to live retreats. And you just don't get that, or you get very little of that through Zoom. So just wanted to say that. Our training on this retreat and all coming retreats, well, actually one thing I could add to that, comparing live and online retreats, is that we can't do some practices on these Zoom retreats. Like, we can't have group chanting sessions, and those who have experienced it, chanted together for a longer time, let's say, sometimes we chant for an hour or more. Sometimes we might chant all day, like 4 long sessions, chant 7 hours, 6-7 hours a day. If you have experienced it, you know that it's a really powerful and special way of practice. But we haven't been able to do any of that through Zoom because it only allows one source of audio, so it can't be done. And also, a lot of the physical practices, dancing practice, stomping practice is very special when done live. When there's 20 people in the room stomping the floor, shouting mantras, clapping hands. Very special. So yeah, I just wanted to say that it's becoming possible again. So if you can come, please do. But anyway, in Pemako fortunately we have a range of practices. So it's been a blessing really that like many Vajrayana methods, there's a variety of techniques and practices to do. If we had been mostly doing, say, group chanting, our practice would have been not possible to do over Zoom the past 2 years. So there's that also. And so all of these practices, different practices we have, aim for the same goal, which is attaining Buddhahood as soon as possible. What's really lovely is that also this year. It's now 11th of March 2022. This year, last year we had 7 people finish their purification progress, and Lama Karl was the first one to finish his practice this year, and also others are coming. This is the 14th day that Ugi from Switzerland is having cessation. So it looks like he's done also. And that's what we will do on this retreat as well. I have some ideas. I would like to give a little bit of attention to loving devotion, which I feel is very important, because important in Vajrayana, because there are basically, you could say, 2 types of Dharma practice. One is Sutra and the other one is Tantra. And Sutra Dharma, Sutric Dharma, Sutric Buddhism, it means that there are no empowerments, no energetic transmissions between teachers and students, or gurus and students, mahasiddhas and students, and that's really the main difference. And also in Sutric Dharma, Sutric Yoga, I've visited and joined many retreats in many sanghas over the years, and what Tantra is about, as you know, because I've discussed so many times over the years, is about the, tuning in, feeling and assimilating the blessings, becoming one with the blessings, taking it all in. But over the years when I've done different retreats, Sutra practitioners just don't do that. They never mention that. And it makes the whole path, the whole practice very different. So Sutra and Tantra, the goal is the same in both. The goal is to attain Buddhahood, is to purify our minds. But in Tantra, the method is to do Guru Yoga, do Deity Yoga, and in this way return the natural state, return the natural condition, the natural state of affairs. Why am I talking about Sutra and Tantra? Where was I going with this?
Loving devotion.
Oh yes, loving devotion. So because of that core element of empowerments and transmissions, you need, first of all, you need a mahasiddha to start a tantric lineage. This is the universal truth. Like in Tibetan Buddhism, in Nyingma school, in the school that Guru Rinpoche founded, there has been these tertons, these revealers, who have received teachings from Guru Rinpoche and then taught them onwards. But it starts with Guru Rinpoche. It starts with a mahasiddha who is fully realized, has realized the emptiness body, has realized the enjoyment body. And the founding mahasiddha is required because somebody who has dirt in the system cannot give empowerments, cannot create, doesn't have the power, maybe you could say doesn't have the authority to start a lineage. And also that is the case in Pemako lineage, that Guru Rinpoche was the one who started it. But outside Buddhism there are countless stories in different lineages different traditions of Hindu Dharma, Taoism, and so on, where Mahasiddhas have suddenly appeared to some practitioners, some who have had devotion, and then these Mahasiddhas have said that, I'll give you these teachings, or I gave you this empowerment, gave you this or that, and it's, start teaching this to people. So it is always the guru who, because of this, it's the guru who makes the whole path possible. And that's very important, isn't it? Because in Sutra, for example, they don't have it. They don't have such. Of course, there are teachers, but myself having been a Zen practitioner, I know well that you get instructions and you can talk with a teacher, whatever type of sutra, dharma it is. You can have one-on-one sessions, and you can talk about your practice, get instructions, maybe even get demonstrated. The teacher shows you how to do whatever the practice is. But that is different from getting a blessing or getting an empowerment. It's completely different. So, Tantra is very much about, in a way, it's kind of easier because you just have to, if you're a total beginner, and it might be, and it often is to people, it is kind of difficult to understand, okay, I'm practicing Guru Yoga, so what am I supposed to feel? What is it exactly? But if you keep doing it for, if it's difficult in the beginning, if you keep doing it, it won't take long until you feel something. You feel some sense of blessing and or empowerment or charge in your practice, and then when you feel something at least, then it starts becoming an authentic tantric experience and tantric path that you're on, that you're traveling about. So Tantra, I could say, is energy work. And energy work not in any new age or not used in a hasty way, but in a very precise way, because we are here talking about a path and a method and a way that takes us from zero bhumi of being self-deluded, miserable, ignorant, feeling off, feeling just having the sense of something being wrong with me or something being wrong with life in general. So path from that to complete clarity, complete purity, the natural state, the original state, our basic state. So you can't attain that if the energy work isn't really specific and isn't, it needs to be, what is that word? It needs to be subtle, very subtle. There needs to be, what is that word? Finesse? Does that make sense? Finesse? It needs to be like I don't know the exact word, but hopefully you understand what I mean. So, Guru in Vajrayana is a priority. And it all starts with a guru, be it a male guru or female guru. We have Guru Rinpoche and Yeshe Tsogyal, but we always mention Guru Rinpoche first because he was the guru of Yeshe Tsogyal. But if Yeshe Tsogyal had been the guru of Guru Rinpoche, then we would mention Jesse Dzogchen first. So this is not a gender issue, it's simply a like the order of seniority, and that's always important in Dharma. I mentioned Zen, and in Zen, I studied it in Japanese culture, and they are very, very attentive and careful about who's senior and who's junior. Even if you entered the temple that you're doing training yesterday and somebody came in today, you are the senior and the new person is junior. So they really pay attention to this. But anyhow, this is why Guru Rinpoche is mentioned first. So, of course, I would think that when you embark on the tantric path and then you get a hang of how the practice is done, and you receive and absorb blessings of the Guru, then you start feeling gratitude, devotion, and love towards that Guru. And so devotion, loving devotion, gratitude is often discussed in Vajrayana by different, if you read books by modern Vajrayana masters, they talk about it. If you read books by ancient Vajrayana masters, same thing. Same thing in Hindu Tantra. In Hindu Vajrayana, maybe you could say that they speak about devotion even more. Hindus go a little bit too far with devotion sometimes. Oh, I could tell you funny stories about that, because I've seen bhakti yogis, practitioners who take loving devotion as their paths in India, and I've seen them do completely wild things when they are kind of in a trance, or going crazy about their gurus. But that's a whole different topic. But I think that it's natural when we are given gifts, and in this case the greatest of all gifts. To me, since I learned the idea about Guru Yoga and started practicing it, probably because I had spent years in going to a dead end, not really getting benefits or insights from previous practices, and then when I learned Guru Yoga, and I could just feel that I can just relax and receive and rely. I could take a break of all the samsaric craziness that was happening in my mind. I could just take a break from it in the presence of a Mahasiddha Guru. Probably because I had had that very frustrating period with other approaches, why I felt instantly that not only that this works to me much more effectively, but it touched my heart in a way that I started feeling gratitude and loving devotion immediately. So to me it happened like that very quickly. But I understand that for other people, for you, it might take longer. We all have unique karmas, we all have unique backgrounds. So just take it like that. Don't feel bad if things take longer in your case. Like Babaji told me years ago, be yourself, find your own way. And this is very important. Don't compare yourself to others, because you will, if you start comparing yourself with, if you want to do some running and you feel like you want to become good in running. But if you start comparing yourself with, world champions of marathon running, you start feeling like shit. So don't compare. Just do the practice. Focus on your own stuff. Focus in yourself. Put the focus in yourself. So, nevertheless, whether it takes a day or a week or half a year, I think that it's a very natural thing for us to start feeling gratitude and love and devotion towards Guru, isn't it? When we receive gifts, and in this case, the biggest of them all, the gift that reduces and eventually has the power to take us out from all of samsara, it is very natural, logical to have this gratitude and devotion, isn't it? But having said that, you don't need to. If you don't feel it, I'm not saying that you would have to feel that. I'm saying that, to me, it came very naturally. And I think that it's kind of we all have hearts. We feel things here. We have an energy system, energy centers, loads of them. We have energy channels, lots of them. But here is a special one because we feel here. We feel love, compassion, kindness right here. So I think it's simply really a quality of the natural state itself that gets expressed and comes out through tantric practice. So I wanted to give a little bit attention to loving devotion, how we can also maybe speed up things, or kind of put a faster gear if we think of gears of cars or motors. Put the second gear by increasing loving devotion towards Guru. So that's what I had in mind for this retreat. We will practice Rainbow Body Yoga. Also, we will do all the other practices that we usually do, and you're welcome to comment stuff, ask stuff, if you have something to comment or ask. So lovely to have everybody. Let's get this thing rolling. Please align your spine, take a good sitting posture. Put your position in order and let the whole body relax. As if the whole body was hanging loose, like a marionette. Hanging loose, not moving the body, head, limbs, arms, legs, or the trunk of the marionette, but hanging on invisible strings. Here the strings are the skeletal structure and the spine, But then you can let soft tissues completely limp. We work in Pemako practice, we work with two modes, selfless and self-based. Selfless, I-less, me-less is the basic state, natural state. Grounded, clear, naturally calm, effortless, alive. And then because of self-based ignorance, we are in this on this path. So what is extra is the self-belief in all its forms. And one of the things in Tantra, one of the things in going through the system of 10 bhumis, the purification of the energy body, purification of 10 bhumis, is that you learn that there are different, that self-based ignorance is not only one form or shape, not only one feel, not only one kind of texture, but there's a gradation. There is like a palette, like a variety of self-based textures. But all of that texture, whether we are talking about gross selfing, subtle selfing, or very subtle selfing, it has the same smell, same feel, same kind of contraction. Feeling contracted, off, tight, unnatural. So we use these two modes, these two types of energetic feelings. Selfless is, on the other hand, it's marked by openness, freshness, like being in fresh mountain air, feeling fresh, how do you say, invigorated, is that a word? Invigorated, vigorous, energetic, clear-minded, sober. You don't feel like you're high or in a trance, but just clear and sober and naturally present, not needing to do anything special. That's how it feels like. You feel like yourself, your true self, without all the conflicts and traumas and getting distracted. So as you're relaxing with your aligned posture, pay attention what is getting relaxed. What is freed? What is tension? What is tension? I am with you during all these sessions, and like we spoke, transmission is really the beating heart of Tantra. Here we are doing a very simple relaxation exercise, but here also, I am pointing out to you, I am describing to you how the basic state is, so there is an element of transmission. I am describing from my own experience, so that you can, through my verbal descriptions, find it yourself, and through the element of energetic transmission, feel what I'm describing. So you are free to use myself kind of as a walking stick anytime, just by feeling my presence. If there is something you're not really getting, you can kind of tune into me, listen, you can watch my picture, and try to find out. If you are not getting it through the verbal description, tune in. And this is, of course, I was talking about differences of live and online retreats. This comes naturally in live retreats. When you're in a room with somebody or some people who have finished their paths, you can't miss it. It is like a pandemic of Dharma. Spreads everywhere on live retreats to everybody. So, in Buddha Dharma, well, this is actually interesting. It's not universally true to all of Buddhism, but in general, it can be said that Dharma is about removing what is extra. And that extra is that self-notion. The feeling that we exist as selves, as I's, as me's, as entities. We have such belief. Samsaric beings have such belief. But this is just conditioning, getting conditioned over time, magnetizing and making stronger that thought, that belief that we exist as independent beings. It gets accumulated over time. And this heap of accumulated self-beliefs we are removing, tearing down, deconstructing with Dharma practice, be it sutric or tantric. But what is unique to the tantric method is that because there is empowerments and transmissions, you already get a taste, you already get a very palpable, very concretic experience what the goal is like, what it feels to be without any of the self-based delusions, without the baggage. Feel me with you. Simply staying together. How does it make you feel? How is it different? How is it same? As usual. What can you discover through being together with me? What can you discover about yourself? About your own mind, about your own energy, about your own body? The reason why all tantric Vajrayana lineages are started by Mahasiddhas, such as Guru Rinpoche, is because through Mahasiddha it is possible to establish, to understand its first mode, selfless mode, properly. You get a sense, you get a taste, you get an experience, you kind of get to glimpse, get to peek, get to experience this basic state in full. Your own basic state. You get to peek, glimpse your own basic state without any of the extra dirt. So through a transmission we can get a very particular type of confidence. Confidence that we have Buddha nature. That is a big one, isn't it? This is very unique to Vajrayana doctrine that says that not only we have Buddha nature, wakeful nature, just like all the masters, but that it's possible to attain it. It's possible to establish it. It's possible to live it. That is very special. Isn't it? Not all religious doctrines say that. Some say the opposite. That we are impure and remain impure. That is wrong. Don't grasp it. If you feel like, oh, this feels somehow clearer, better, or however you might feel or think, and then you try to hold on to it. Don't. If you try to grasp it, take a grip of it, then you will lose it. Just remain as relaxed as possible, as open as possible. Just like in summertime, when you lie down on a sunbathing chair and you're just open for the warmth and light of the sun to give you a nice tan. Exactly that way. Just feel the warmth and light of the sun. We are purposefully spending plenty of time sitting together, you and me, in an active transmission because I want to things become clear for you. We are spending time so that you really discover your own basic state, so that I can point out certain things. But for now, we stay together, you and I. Me feeling you, you feeling me. Allow yourself to feel more subtly, more subtly. Don't be like a piece of wood that is hard and remains rigid. Soften more, relax more, surrender more to the light of the sun. Then you can feel more subtly. You can sense subtler sensations. Yes, better. More. More. Completely soft. Completely soft. You don't need tensions now. You don't need effort now. Yes, yes, keep going. See, now you are getting like you're seeing things, sensing things that you didn't before. This is what I mean. Subtle, very subtle. Gross, subtle, very subtle. Oh, very beautiful. Now some of you have the sun of your own shining through properly. It's there. Same sun like mine. Same as Guru Rinpoche's. Even the, micro tensions. Let go. Feel the micro tensions. Find them. Trying to find is not good enough now. Find them, sense them. And when you sense micro tensions, then you can let go of them. You can't let go of something that you don't feel. And you can't perceive something that you don't perceive. Don't grasp it. Sunbathing, folks. If it helps, you can momentarily think that how it would feel lying down on that sunbed. How it actually feels there in summertime. To get rid of that grasping. All right, all right. Take a few deep breaths. Move your body and stretch. Create some movement. You can circulate your wrists. Same thing with ankles. Both directions. Good. Then circulate head. Both directions. Change direction. Good. Stop the head in its upright position. So keep your head still, and then we're going to move our eyes. Look up, look down, look up, down. Continue. Good. Then same thing left and right. Look far to the left, far to the right, and again. Good. Then circulate eyes, big circles. And other direction. Good. Then stop eyes. You can close eyelids and relax for a moment. Relax eyes, relax body, feel body. Shake your arms and hands. Let breathing be unarrested, free breath. Shake thoroughly. Good. Remove your eyeglasses and shake your head like a dog. Doesn't have to be very strong, but you get the idea. Releasing tensions from the head, neck, face. Then let go of it, let your head stop, feel. Shake your head again. Let it stop, relax. See the difference. Once more. Shaking all tension from the head area. And then slow down, stop. Namo Guru Rinpoche. Namo Yeshema. Dear Gurus, here we are sitting again in your presence, at your feet, asking for your blessings and guidance and support, your presence. Please shower us with your blessings, shower the whole Sangha and the Mahasangha of all beings. Namo Guru Rinpoche. Namo Yeshema. And the presence and charge blessings are already with us and very palpably. But nevertheless, let's chant. Devotion. I was mentioning devotion. So let's chant with devotion, with love, with surrender, with devotion to Guru Rinpoche and Yeshe Tsogyal. You can also imagine, maybe if you have a painting, a thangka of Guru Rinpoche and or Yeshe Tsogyal, you can watch the thangka, or you can visualize Guru Rinpoche and Yeshe Tsogyal in front of you, so that you get a as concretic sense as possible of being with them and seeing them, approaching them with the motivation of getting their help. And then, whether singing to the thangka that you have or the visualized image, let's chant Namo Guru Rinpoche, Namo Yeshe Tsogyal for a few minutes. Namo Guru Rinpoche, Namo Yeshe Tsogyal, 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 Namo Guru Rinpoche, Namo Yeshe Tsogyal. If your chanting, if your invitation was legit, loving, sincere, inviting, you will feel the flood of blessings. Receiving the blessings with love, with devotion, with that softness, openness, readiness of the heart. This is a rare experience in all of samsara, to receive a transmission. So just like sunbathing, you relax, you surrender into it. Letting the blessing presence of the gurus into your whole being. Relaxing all those subtle, very subtle tensions. To feel better, to feel in a more direct manner without distance, relax the face and relax eyes completely. Relax eyes, relax head, relax brows, relax forehead. That same openness, readiness, same surrender, same devotion in the whole body, in all cells of the body, as if all cells are open like doors and windows of a building. Open window, open door in all cells, able to receive. Yes, very good. With open doors and windows we can ventilate. With closed we can't. Simple as that. When we feel, when we have love and loving devotion, it magnetizes the whole system, whole energy system. We feel like we get magnetized in a special way, kind of you can compare that without love. It's sort of like nature without humidity and water. But when we put water in dry dirt, it becomes alive. The potential of the dirt is untapped with water, with humidity. Same here. Our system kind of becomes lubricated, more soft, magnetized. This is Bindu energy, Bindu, Tigle in Tibetan. Energy of the Sambhogakaya, enjoyment body. We feel that moist. It feels blissful, subtly blissful. It feels good. It feels, you can say, orgasmic. Subtly ecstatic, joyful. Completely surrendering to the Guru, to the blessings, presence, transmission of the Guru. You could say offering yourself to the Guru. In one tantric tradition, there is the custom that when a student comes to a teacher or a guru, they bring a bundle of dry sticks. And the symbolism is that dry sticks are easy to burn. So those dry sticks symbolize one's delusions. That they are dry means I'm ready. Please, teacher, please, guru, please burn my sticks. So my experience is that if our own hearts are not in it, then also in relation, no, correspondingly, it affects our relationship with Guru, whoever it is. To address, there is the bindu, there is the love of, you could say, the energy of enjoyment body, but there is also prana, breath energy. So to address also prana, we are feeling flooded with blessings of Guru Padmasambhava and Yeshe Tsogyal. So let's do some Vajra bodies. You already have the charge, the spiritual charge, so let's also cover pranic energy and physical muscles. So you don't need to visualize anything, just inhale, hold the breath, tense muscles, and then exhale and relax. So let's do that for a couple of minutes. Please begin. Concentrated squeeze. All muscles, legs, feet, buttocks, pelvic floor, gut, chest, back, shoulders, arms, fists, throat, neck, face, scalp even. Oscar, can you open the window, please? Really using the body. When you're doing Vajra body exercise, use the body, use the muscles. Few more, 2, 3 more. Then you can sit down again, relax, relax. Free the breath, don't hold the breath. If you feel like taking, you feel like the body feels like taking breaths, let it. Don't constrict the breath. Restrict, whatever the word is. James, can you lead vows and prayers, please?
I vow to liberate all sentient beings. I vow to end all self-based confusion. I vow to exercise the Dharma that frees. I vow to attain the great perfection. I vow to liberate all sentient beings. I vow to end all self-based confusion. I vow to exercise the Dharma that frees. I vow to attain the great perfection. I vow to liberate all sentient beings. I vow to end all self-based confusion. I vow to exercise the Dharma that frees. I vow to attain the great perfection. I take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in his pure land. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in his pure land. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Guru. I take refuge in his pure land. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. Guru. I'm in the Pure Land. I am the Buddha. I am the Dharma. I am the Sangha. I am the Guru. I'm in the Pure Land. I am the Buddha. I am the Dharma. I am the Sangha. I am the Guru. I'm in the Pure Land. I am the Buddha. I am the Dharma. I am the Sangha. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. All beings are free. All beings are free. All beings are free. May all beings receive my accumulated merit. I dedicate the merit to the refuge and to all sentient beings. And putting hands together and taking a bow.